So His Excellency, I was very pleased to see His Excellency today. It was very generous of him given his busy schedule. We discussed our long-standing partnership between the United Kingdom and Nigeria. We have many areas of shared interest, including a good history of development cooperation, some excellent trade and investment arrangements, and we also have some good cooperation on security and defence. As many of you will have seen from recent talks, we also have good talks on home affairs and justice, and we have great people-to-people links. That means education, health, and we also discussed a number of issues to do with how we can improve our relationships in the future. So I think we already have a very good economic dialogue, but I think there's a great potential to do more. And as I discussed with His Excellency, the big economic decisions being taken by this government are really important, and they're being noticed around the world. The removal of subsidy, the exchange rate reform, all of that creates a much better investment environment. And I was in London last week. I was briefing my ministers, but I was also talking to British business in the finance, banking, investment sectors, and they are responding very positively to these first decisions. We know that there are tough times that are going on at the moment, inflation and unemployment, and the Vice President and I also touched on some of the measures that might be possible to cushion the blow of some of these economic pressures. But I think the big issue is that these reforms help put Nigeria on a higher growth path. They will attract more investment, and the United Kingdom and the City of London sees Nigeria as a big opportunity going forward, and I will be doing my part to try and boost those enhanced trade and investment issues. So that issue was not raised in the meeting just now, but I would like to put the media debate about this in wider context. So last year, for example, the UK granted 3 million new visas, of which 325,000 of those visas were to the UK, between Nigeria and UK. So Nigerian visitors constitute over 10% of the people coming to London and the UK. On the issue of student visas, I'd also just like to provide the context that the number of Nigerian students coming to the UK has increased fivefold in the last 3 years. It's a fantastic success story for our universities, and we're really delighted that so many Nigerians are coming to the UK. The issue about restrictions on people bringing dependents, that's partly because not just from Nigeria, but from many parts of the world, many more students are trying to bring their dependents with them. And I think that there are two issues here. The first is, it's not always possible to find the housing and services to meet all the needs of all our existing student population. And secondly, I think reasonable people would accept that we have to manage our visitor numbers, and that we have to manage migration in and out of the UK, just as the Nigerian government does for your own borders.